Chapter 1 is called Being at the Edge. Listen to me. I have chosen to lure you through all this maze of wildness in the hope that you too will discover a thread. James Cowan, Letters from a Wild State. Here, at the beginning of the 21st century, we are all approaching a temporal edge to the many intersecting possibilities, a continuum of outcomes related to our own human activity, innovation, and competition that stresses and challenges the fabric of our collective health and well-being, even our survival. A historical singularity, a growing complex of escalating information and change that includes such global conditions as accelerating technological innovation, emergent environmental collapse, increasing social dislocation, and religious fundamentalisms. Unexpected new factors and novel developments encountered with the advent of the World Wide Web and the Internet merge with ongoing discoveries at both the micro and macro levels of our technologically perceived realities that then collide with urban myths and conspiracy theories. This battle of confusion leads to a pervasive cynicism of a whatever type despair, to our collective future being anything other than business as usual. We have become lost in a metaphorical forest of our own creation, while increasingly focusing upon expert opinions and popular predictions of either apocalypse or utopia. Crises, war, and violence, coupled with short-term emergencies and long-term conflicts, which coalesce into a smoky synergy that prevents any true consensus as to what or how we can recognize the truth of our condition or its solutions. This growing conundrum of unsustainable practices confronting insurmountable global limits can be called a singularity. A singularity in human consciousness manifesting as a massive energetic complexity comprised of our own accumulated dense evolutionary phenomena, which may be predictable, but is also unpreventable. A truly monstrous impossibility arriving straight out of the no coincidences department, which approaches us while we rush towards it. A hyper-intelligent, pangeneric, creative super-consciousness of being becoming. Human culture and society has been quickly reaching its own self-created apocalypse, and we can easily perceive ourselves as being at an edge in time. The question becomes, how could we successfully evolve and possibly cope with this potentially dangerous, yet equally exciting, self-inflicted, co-created crisis situation? First, we can recognize a simple fact. Being at an edge can be a wonderful place to find oneself. Being at the edge can bring focus and impeccability to the occasion. Being edgy releases tremendous improbable energies in the possible success or failure of crossing the perceived boundaries before us. Think of birth. Think of death. Imagine being at the edge of town, at the edge of the desert, at a cliff edge overlooking a grand vista, at the seashore, or the edge of an old-growth forest. These are all occasions provoking an unanswered question. What is behind, or around the corner to this perceived boundary in time and space? It's a mystery, and it's an adventure. It's showtime. For edges are where we can discover who we really are. They are natural crossroads in our individual and collective destinies. We cannot live at the edge. Either we cross it wisely or we surrender, get smarter and move beyond, or collapse into silliness, fantasy, and eventually despair. So, what if this were the good news, that we are now at an edge in time?